Warriors. Hey, I'm here at the wake. So the doc's not going to do the obit, so I figured I'd jump into his slot because by the time it gets to 10:30, I'm probably going to go to bed. You know what I'm saying? Mic working? Hello? Hello? Anybody out there? Can you tell me if the microphone's working? Well, I'm going to go with it for a minute and see what happens. So, how'd you enjoy the movie? Right? All right. How often do you get a decent rock and roll horror flick, right? And it was pretty good. I mean, like I said when we were sitting there, right? I didn't enjoy it at the beginning, right? A little bit slow, but right, and a big but, which goes what we were talking about at the end of the show. It picked up in the middle, and at the end, it was just like, ooh, we got to kill everybody because we're running out of video or whatever, right? So, but I liked it, right? I wish they would have played a little bit more of the music, right? Like I said, they actually have an album. They do, right? It was the soundtrack to the movie. And if you saw what I posted for the preview this week, they actually didn't have a trailer, right? So what I did was I posted their video, right? Or it was the YouTube. It was their song, just their band picture there, right? Right. But another good night with another cute redhead. Life's good, right? So, before I forget, Doc, right? You're a doctor, right? Goofed up your ankle on Monday, right? And then you goofed up your knee today, right? You're not a young man anymore, okay? And go to urgent care, right? You know why? Because a month ago, I sprained my knee at my son's rugby game, right? I had a rugby injury, and all I was doing was walking down the hill, right? And what did I do? I went home like, I'll be fine, right? I woke up Sunday morning, and I had a friggin' watermelon on my kneecap, okay? So, right, I went to urgent care. They got the x-ray. It was just a bad sprain, right? And I pretty much sat on my ass for 2 days. Wow, so it was a win-win situation. Anyway, but, right, so Doc, do me a favor, right? You stop breaking things, okay? Take care of yourself. We got to film in like 3 weeks, right, for June and the rest of the summer. All right, so what do we got coming up, right? So we got a boatload, and I do mean a boatload of things coming up. So next Friday, right? Program and change. Next 2 Fridays, actually. I'm going to be hosting by myself, right? Doc's injured, can't play, right? So next Friday, I'm going to host X Night Escape from Hell, and it's a double feature, and it's also the short video he did before he made the regular movie, right? And the short video is actually really good. And I got a chance to interview Jim Canatelli, the director, writer, right? And the writer of the comic book. He did everything for the movie. And 5 people that were in either the prequel or the movie, right? And it was a good time, right? And it was just kind of funny because I got all these people on the phone at once, and I'm asking questions, and we're on a Zoom call, and I'm like, oh, so-and-so, oh, no, and it was just kind of like confusing. I liked it much better when I interviewed Miss Chamberlain, who the week after that, so next Friday's Easter, or next Friday is Good Friday before Easter, so we're going to have X Night Escape from Hell theme night. And then the following Friday, we're going to have I'm Haunted 2. Now, if you remember, I'm Haunted 1 had my favorite Albertan redhead Elizabeth Chamberlain, and um, she was also in Grotesque, right? And I'm hoping we get Grotesque 2 coming up. I know the boss was going to try to get that right. And I just saw Grotesque 2 last week. Really good. It's better than Grotesque 1, right? And she's still the crazy, cute little girl next door with a hatchet. And the interview I did with her, I did an hour-long interview. I'm going to cut it into like a couple segments, and we'll have someone not next Friday, the following Friday, and then when we have I'm Haunted 3 on in May. And that'll be Memorial Day weekend. We have that. So we got a lot coming up, right? And then we have Creature of Destruction, all-time bad B movie, but you'll get a kick out of it, right? And I enjoyed watching it, right? But you know, it will make it funny, right? But it's just when you watch it, you just kind of like one of those movies you'll laugh at, okay? And then Axe, right? Not like a good axe murder movie, right? That's going to be coming up on Mother's Day weekend. Again, another theme weekend, okay? Now, the boss wanted me to let everybody know that we got some programming changes coming up for during the day, right? So starting on May 5th, Monday to Fridays, right? He has a lineup change. So start at 10 o'clock. It's going to be Sir Lancelot. I assume it's a King Arthur thing, right? And then the occasional wife, and she must be an occasional mistress. I don't know. Climax, 1 o'clock, the Loretta Young show. At 2 o'clock, the Red Skelton show. Wow, my mom would be happy. She was a huge Red Skelton fan. And then NYPD, that was actually really good. Brenner, Tightrope, 6 o'clock, Our Miss Brooks, and at 7, I Married Joan, right? And I actually remember that show from back in the day. It's actually kind of a goofy, it's kind of hokey. You guys will get a kick out of it, all right? Now, we also have football, right? So we have the Jersey Bearcats. Jersey Bearcats are an indoor team, and they play in the PIFL. Is that what it is? Yeah, I think it's the Professional Indoor Football League, right? And they're actually pretty good. I remember I think it's Harrisburg. I think Harrisburg has a team, and every now and then when they don't have stuff to show on Comcast, that was on. I remember watching that. But hey, you got to bring back the Philadelphia Soul, right? John Bon Jovi, do me a favor, right? Bring it back. All right, now. What else we got? Oh, and then we have the the National Public Safety Football League, right? Basically, it's a bunch of teams of firemen and policemen, you know, up in the New York area, and they're going to carry the Brave or the Bravest, which is one of the firemen teams, and it's actually really good football. There's a guy that actually lives down here, right, that played on that team, and he was a fireman with actually my son. And he was a tough guy, right? You know, and a lot of those guys were, you know, at 9/11. And when I was talking to him about it, it was deep, you know. Now, what else we got? So, to round out May, right, we have The Curse of Bigfoot, right? It's a movie that neither has Bigfoot or a curse, right? But it's ridiculous. I love watching that movie. It's just so stupid. Then Chilling, right? Linda Blair, right? From The Exorcist, and the guy Grizzly Adams is in it, right? And you'll get a kick out of that, right? It's kind of like funny. We're going to make a lot of Walt Disney jokes, okay? Because it's about people that get frozen, you know. Now, before we go into what we got going on in the summer, we have a store, all right? So if you go out to the Cemetery Cinema Facebook page right, you'll see a link for the store, and we got shirts and hats and coffee mugs and all kinds of great stuff, right? So if you guys want to go out and, pardon me, you guys want to go out and support us, right? Go out and buy a shirt and a hat. I have a hat on the way, right? I didn't wear. Oh, by the way, you like my new crown? This is actually a real Nordic crown, right? They use leather because they would actually wear them in battle, right? You don't see, King Lawrence the First or King George wearing their crown in battle. They sit up on their stinking thrones. All right, so we got a store, so go buy stuff at our store, all right? Now, for stuff coming up this summer, right, in June, we have Crickfoot. Now, we are doing we're doing an appearance on May 17th at an event called Bones Bazaar. Now, Bones Bazaar is trying to get me off the page. Bones Bazaar, it's a small convention at a place called the Quakertown Farmers Market, and the Farmers Market is really nice. I enjoy going to the Farmers Market, right? And most of the ones that I see are out of Lancaster. Oh, the Doc is writing. Yo, Doc, can you hear me? My sound working? Okay. And Doc, do yourself. Stay off your feet. All right? Take a rest. Have someone else walk the dogs. Now I lost my train of thought. Oh, okay. So we are So in June, so we have an appearance at Bones Bazaar at the Quakertown Farmers Market. To Doc and I, we got a table. We'll have all kinds of stuff. Doc's going to have a ton of DVDs he's going to be selling. Not of our show, just DVDs he has in his collection. And I'm going to have a bunch of merch, right? I don't know exactly what we're going to get yet. A lot of it's going to be stickers and some stuff like that we're going to have if you guys want to buy it. But why I brought that up is there's a movie we're going to have one in June called Crickfoot, and that was made by the guy who's running the event, right? And you get a kick out of Crickfoot. I've talked about it before. It's funny because it was a movie that was made you ever heard crowd-funded movies? This was a crowd-produced movie, right? And we'll talk about it a lot more as we get closer, right? We got Schizoid. I assume it's about somebody who's schizophrenic. Reap coming up. No idea what that's about. I'm hoping to start watching because we gotta watch him so we get together. Trintus, right? No idea what that's about, but that looks kind of good. It looks like somebody with split personality, right? Then we have July and August. Now, we only have 4 movies for July and August, right? Basically, it's going to give, they have high school football coming up. It's going to be playing in August, right? So, and it's going to give the Doc and I a break. So we got to rush in and do a whole ton of movies at once. I'll probably be hosting one in June and probably 1 or 2 over the summer by myself. With the Doc with all his commitments, I'm going to try to do some of that. Now, we have The Eye Creature, The Cat and the Canary, right? The Curse of the Swamp Creature, and It's Alive, right? Now, the monster in It's Alive, I swear to God, is the same monster from Creature of Destruction. I'm almost 100% it's the same monster. Different movie, but they're reusing the same monster. Really good bad movies, right? No independent ones for June and July, right? They're all going to be old PD movies, right? But then we go into September. And September, you are not going to be disappointed. We have Hell High. What a perfect movie for the beginning of the school year, right? We have Funland, right? all about the amusement park. We have The Godsend, right? And I don't know what that one's about, but I'm sure it's going to be cool. Then Cannibal Campout, right? Now, I would like to do that one with some bits from my Viking Scouts, but I think I can't do a movie that the kids can't watch. So I'm not going to do that one. But, so that's what we got going on, right, for the rest of the summer, right? I want you guys to know that on Tuesday, right, do me a favor, right? Now, I'm hosting the Jackie Robinson store. I just did my videos for it tonight. I did my editing. I have to add some pictures in. But to me, it's a passion project. And basically, I'm a Negro League historian, mainly because there was a Negro League team in the town I grew up in called the Darby Hilldales, and this is the 100th anniversary of their winning the World Series in 1925. So I want to do something to help remember the team, right? And the Jackie Robinson story is perfect to have. And if it goes off well, I'm going to ask the boss if I could host maybe Of Mice and Men with Lon Chaney for WON Theater. Now, it's Cemetery Cinema, that's all the horror, sci-fi stuff. WON Theater has just regular movies that produced by WON, and a couple different people I've seen have hosted it and stuff. So it's sort of like a collaboration kind of effort, right? The doc, you say Funland is fun? All right, I'm looking forward to it, right? And what if we get, what if I should go out to Knoebels and maybe do St. Joe's Fair? Perfect. All right, I'm going to be going to St. Joe's Fair, and I'll do some stuff for, will you, Doc, don't worry, Doc, I'll send you a copy of the movie later. And happy anniversary. Was it the 25, 26 years? Good for you guys, man. Phew. I think, and ours is May 23rd, and we're going to be 27 years. Holy cow. And hell hasn't killed me yet. But the night is still young, I guess. All right. But, so do me a favor, right? Please, if you get a chance, watch the Jackie Robinson story. Like I said, it's a passion project for me. And, Jackie Robinson is somebody that, people should look up to. And, he broke the barrier. If it wasn't for him, right, it would have happened eventually, right, but it would have happened different, right? And Jackie, being a purveyor of peaceful protests like Gandhi and Dr. King. I mean, Dr. King learned from him about doing the peaceful protest. And it's amazing, and it's a really great story, right? Not the facts are kind of twisted a little bit in some of the things because I guess a 1950s audience wasn't ready to hear about a lot of they don't want to hear about equality with blacks back then, and this movie actually emphasized his efforts and what he did. And he only played 10 years. It was kind of funny. Like, I thought he played a lot longer, but he didn't start playing until he was like in mid-20s, But then, again, he went to war. He went to World War II, or he wasn't in combat. He didn't go over to Europe because he had gotten hurt, but he was a lieutenant in the Army, which back then for an African American to be an officer, I mean, let alone, have a college degree and be an officer was something that was pretty much unheard of for an African American back then, And then it's kind of funny because they show his brother, his brother actually came in second place to oh my God, Oh, the Berlin Olympics. I can't think of it. Names falling out of my head. Not Jim Thorpe. Anyway, but yeah, Jim Thorpe. He came behind him in no, it wasn't Jim Thorpe. Who the heck was it? Anyway, but in the 36 Olympics, he finished second to him. Right? Amazing, right? So his brother was an athlete. Athletic family, and well, I can't really say anything more, right? Like one Alana used in the show, right? Was and it's something like that. My son, who's a firefighter, right, always says not all heroes wear capes, right? And Jackie Robinson didn't wear a cape; he wore number 42, and he was a hero. So, all right, yeah, that's about it, right? Me tomorrow. Tomorrow is supposed to be the Easter Bunny again, but it's going to rain, so one of the kids is going to take my place, and he's going to do it on Sunday. I got a class on Sunday, but tomorrow afternoon, right, I'll be out in the mud with my boys. They have the last rugby game of the year, right, and I'm looking forward to that. It's always going to be a lot of fun. A lot of guys get together, and it's fun hanging out with some of the older guys that played as we sit in our chairs talking about our injuries and stuff like that. But all right, it's the Mad Darbarian for WON-TV, Cemetery Cinema, and I'm out. See ya. And Doc, take care of yourself. Right? You're a doctor. Right? Getting broke into my job. I plunder and pillage. You're a doctor. Right? I'm out. See ya. End live video.